What's up guys, Learning with Rich here. In this quick video, we are going to learn how to create a floor. So in this exercise, we're going to create a mezzanine in the storeroom area of the building. So you will notice in this project, from the project browser, we have an additional level added here called mezzanine because that is where we are going to create the floor. Okay, and also from the previous video, we have learned how to use the tool TopoSolid, right? So that's why we are able to create our terrain and building pad. And in this exercise file, so there's an additional TopoSolid created for the pavement of this model. So that's your exercise. So you can explore on how to do that one. So if you want to have the exercise file, so just check out the description of this video. Okay. All right. So let's do this. So we're going to create a floor on the lower level. So I'm gonna open the mezzanine level. Let me double click this. All right, and then we're going to create the floor. So from the architecture, build panel, so there's the floor tool. So you can click the drop down arrow so you can see the different options here in creating the floor. So you have floor architectural, floor structural, floor by face, and then you also have floor slab edge. So we will be using floor architectural. Okay, so let's click that, and then you will see here modify create floor boundary contextual tab, and then below it you can see here the draw panel. So boundary line is already selected by default because you need to specify or you need to create the boundary of the floor. So make sure when you create the boundary of the floor to make sure it's close, no intersection, no overlapping. So what I mean is you do not create your boundary like this. For example, I'll just create one here like this, like this, like this, and then I'll just escape once, and then after that you see there's it should be clean. Okay, you don't create like this. Okay, so you need to trim this corner because it should be close, right? So you can use the trim extend to corner. Make sure it's like that. And also you do not overlap your boundary like this, like that. You see, Revit will tells you that there's something wrong. What's this? Okay, so it says here highlighted lines overlap. So lines may not form closed loops. So that's why you need to avoid creating a overlap lines. Okay, so anyway, you will not be able to finish the floor if you have an overlap line. So you need to remove that one. Okay, and another thing, it should be close. So like for example, you cannot do like this. All right, so it should be close. So if you try to finish that, all right, so lines must be in closed loops. So that's why when you create the boundary, make sure it's close, no intersection, and no overlapping. So let me just select this and delete. So let's create our floor somewhere here. Okay, so let's say for example, I'm gonna use here the pick walls tool, and you can specify here what's the type of the floor that you would like. So I'll just use the generic 300 mm. So let's say you're looking for like 350. So you can create another floor generic 350 mm floor. Okay, so just to show you, if you want to create a new type of floor, so you can click here edit type. So let's say you want to use the generic 300 mm as your template for your 350. So make sure it's selected and then select your edit type. You duplicate it and then you change the name like 350 mm like that, and then okay. And then for you to be able to change the default thickness, just click edit and then change the thickness here. So let's say 350 and then just okay. That's it. And then after that you just select here okay. So once you finish that, you will now be able to see it here available for you to use. All right, but I'll be using here generic 300 mm. So let's click this one. And then I'll be using pick walls. Click this. And then I want to pick the interior side of the floor or the wall. This one and this one as well. Okay, and I want to clean up the corner, so I'm gonna use trim extend to corner. So you need to select the two sides that you want to remain, like that. The two sides that you want to remain, like that. All right, and then I'm gonna use the line tool here to create more lines. So let's say I'm gonna pick somewhere here. I'm gonna pick here. All right, so I'm gonna pick one here, and then I'm gonna pick another one here. And then I'll be using trim extend to corner. So let me click, clean up the corners. That's it. Okay, so this is now the shape of the floor that I would like to create. So once you finish that, just click finish edit mode. All right, so just click that. There you go. So when you see this, would you like to join geometry and cut the overlapping volume out of the wall? So I'll just select here yes. And there you go. So there's now our floor. So I'll just click outside to deselect the floor. So there's the floor. So let's check that one out in the 3D view. Click that. Okay, so it's not, oh, there you go. So there's the floor. I thought it's not showing. So there's the floor. Okay, so for our next video, I'm gonna show you how to create a roof. All right, so hopefully you learned something from this video. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a nice day.